I'm Leilani.
And I'm Cassie.
And we're just two middle-aged fangirls who love geeking out about our favorite things.
K-pop and K-pop adjacent entertainment.
Join us monthly for discussions, activities, and games.
We're rating this show PG-13-ish.
It's usually pretty innocent, but you may occasionally hear some foul language and mature topics discussed.
If this all sounds good to you, then grab your light stick and come along with us, because we're K-popping around town. Hello, everybody. Leilani is here, I promise. Today, we have a very special episode because we are talking about the one and only Mr. Lee Taemin.
Woo!
So we are going to do just a brief bio, career highlight, and then we're just going to kind of tick through some different categories and list some of our favorite things about him, both his work and who he is as a person. Or as not a human being, as Leilani likes to say. As an
we'll
angel.
Get to that later.
Whatever
yes.
he is. Okay. So, Lee Taemin is both a member of the second-generation boy group SHINee, which is one of my personal favorites, and a solo artist. His fandom name is Taemate, which is a combination of his name and the word mate.
Which is adorable.
I know. We are all Taemin's friends. We are all his mates. He is very beloved among fans and idols themselves, everybody within the K-pop industry, which is why he is frequently referred to as the idol's idol. So, pre-debut, Taemin was born on July 18th, 1993 in Seoul, South Korea. He has an older brother. He went to Hanlim Multi-Art School. And I'm not going to pronounce this, but I'm going to do my best. I almost said Minyoongi.
Can you imagine Minyoongi University?
Minyoongi University. He began training at SM Entertainment in 2005 after an open weekend audition casting. It was the first audition he ever went on, and he got cast as a trainee. Well, I guess they're calling it cast here, cast as a trainee. Now, we all know that Taemin is an amazing dancer, and he's an incredible singer as well, but he started kind of mainly as a dancer. During training, he was going through puberty, and SM didn't want to give him vocal lessons.
Poor baby.
In that state. So, at debut, he didn't sing a lot. He mainly danced. SHINee debuted on May 25th, 2008, when he was only 14. Which is younger than my child. I have officially entered the idols are younger than my child phase of life. It's an interesting place to be. He made his acting debut in 2009 on the sitcom Hilarious Housewives, where he played Junsu. And SHINee made their Japanese debut in 2011. SHINee's early years successes included the hit song Replay, Ring Ding Dong, Lucifer, Sherlock, and Dreamgirl. They have won way too many awards to name here, but I'll highlight just a couple. Their first award came in 2008, which was Rookie of the Month at the Psy World Digital Music Awards. And in 2013, they won their first Artist of the Year award on Melon Music Awards. And that takes us up to his solo debut.
Taemin successfully launched his solo career with his debut EP Ace and title track Danger, which is one of my personal favorites, in August 2014, establishing himself as a premier K-pop soloist. Post-debut, he released numerous hits, including Move, and if anybody's ever watched him perform Move, it is incredible how intricate that choreography is without being like big. I'm not a dancer, so I don't know the words, but he actually moves very little, but he expresses so much. I just love it. Criminal and Guilty. and recently embarked on his first world tour, Ephemeral Gaze, in 2024. Did I say 2020 too many times? 2024.
Right.
Oh, yay. Key highlights post-solo debut. So his debut album, like we said, was the first EP named Ace with the title track Danger, which topped the Gaon, Gaon album chart. Please let me know if I'm saying that wrong.
I think it's Gaon.
Gaon? Okay, we'll go with Gaon. Major releases include, he released the acclaimed albums and EPs including Press It in 2016, Move in 2017, Never Gonna Dance Again in 2020, Advice in 2021, and Guilty in 2023. In Japan, he released his Japanese EP Sayonara Hitori in 2016 and held his first Japanese tour Sirius in 2018. He joined the supergroup Super M in 2019, which hopefully one day we get to talk about on this show because there's so many wonderful idols in that group.
It truly is super.
It really is super. Although I have to say, don't come for me. I don't even know what the name of the fandom for Super M is, but don't come for me. But I don't like jopping. Like, it's just, there's silly and then there's jopping. Like, I don't know. Anyway.
You're alone.
And in 2024, he left SM Entertainment to sign with Big Planet, and he released the album Eternal and began his first world tour, Ephemeral Gaze. So I believe, keep me honest, Cassie, he's still with SM for Shiny, but his solo work is now being managed under this other group, Big Planet made.
That is correct.
Okay. He is recognized for his distinctive, artistic, and highly technical choreography and vocal performances, cementing his reputation, like Cassie said earlier, as an idol's idol. So that takes us up to today.
That is a lot of stuff to do before your mid-30s.
That is.
Boy has been busy.
He has. And he's so, like I was saying before, I just don't know how he's human. He has this captivating, almost ethereal quality to him that you watch anybody try to do his choreo, they can get the technicality right, but there's just something about Taemin that's really special.
Mm-hmm. He was born to perform.
He was.
All right, so we had a lot of fun doing our research. So we're going to share just some fun and random facts that we found along the way.
Okie dokie.
You want to go first?
Sure. This one, and forgive me if any of these are inaccurate. The internet is a weird place, but I did try to find things that were cited on multiple sites. So at least I hope that these are accurate. Taemin used to bite people so much as a kid, his parents threatened to take him to the dentist to pull his teeth out if he didn't stop. So just imagine, like, you think of Taemin now as like this super sensual performer, like just absolutely attractive and gorgeous. And just remember, little Taemin used to bite people.
Little Taemin used to
Little
bite people.
Taemin. Taemin is also known as Magic Hands. And you may think that that's, you know, something on tour.
Everybody can have their own interpretation of that, but there is an official reason.
There is an official. You can think whatever you want, but one of the reasons he's called Magic Hands that we know of is because he's clumsy and he breaks things. So I feel like if Taemin and Namjoon got together, it would be a disaster. It would be a disaster. This next one I thought, as an anime fan, was really interesting. Taemin learned Japanese by watching One Piece. So that's really cool. And I think there's specifically, technically at this point, 2 billion episodes of One Piece. Wow. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's close to 2 billion. So there were a lot of episodes for him to catch up on.
Well, it's funny that you just mentioned Namjoon. The two of them, because he learned English by watching Friends.
Yes.
So the two of them can get together to learn foreign languages by watching TV and
I know.
Break stuff.
Right. That would be a wild party. This one, I'm not 100% sure if it's true, but I really want it to be true.
Yeah, I've seen this referenced.
Okay, good. On Key's birthday, Taemin broke into his house, stole some of his clothes, and left him a cake. Just so you know, Taemin, you are welcome to break into my house at any time, steal my clothes, and leave a cake. That's totally okay with me.
Don't forget the cake.
Don't forget the cake, though. That makes up for the stolen clothes. This one I thought was so sad. So Taemin's parents never bought him an MP3 player, so he walked around wearing headphones just to look cool. Isn't that precious?
Mm-hmm. So, just last night, you said that you and I share a brain.
Yes.
And I was doing my research, and I chose all my facts, and I went to type them out, and 4 of them were what you had already written down.
That's so funny because I specifically went to random stuff deep down. What I thought was real deep lore. So that's funny because there were other things. Yeah.
If I'm not having a lot of reaction about the earphones, it's because I had a lot of reaction yesterday when I heard this. And when you did it. I'm going to put this as one of my fun facts. Okay. So, some more random facts. He is really close friends with Kai from EXO, which I knew already, but what I just learned, which was very exciting to me. So the two of them, Taemin and Kai, along with, please bear with me, I'm going to do my best to say the names right, Hotshots, Timoteo, Vix's Ravi, Wanawan's Sungwoon, somebody who's not famous named Kwon Ho, and a one Mr. Park Jimin from BTS. Together, they have a little group of friends that they call themselves the Padding Squad or the Parka Squad. I saw both. And they're named after the matching parkas that Taemin bought for them all.
Stop.
Oh my gosh. I need a minute to recover from this image.
Just imagine them around, it's cold.
Just
and they're around a fire. No, they're around a fire.
Oh, okay.
And they're roasting marshmallows together in their little parkas.
And I get to be there too?
Yes, okay, obviously. Okay. You're passing out the marshmallows.
Oh, I'm passing out the marshmallows. Okay.
And I'm zipping up everyone's parkas because the mom instinct can't be shut down, and I want to make sure they're warm.
Oh my gosh, that's just the cutest thing. When he met Taeyong from Big Bang, they enjoyed a discussion about quantum dynamics.
I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't? I mean, I do that every week with my friends. I don't know what you do.
He has 2 cats.
Oh.
I don't know. Kung and Dang. I don't know how to pronounce their names. But I'm going to go on just the quickest of little tangents here. Not tangents. Whatever the good word for getting off track is. I watched a video of him brushing his cat's teeth.
Wow.
And it made me so happy because pet dental care is so important and not practiced widely enough, at least here in the U.S. I have also watched Jungkook brush his dog's teeth.
Wow.
And that leads me to wonder, is pet dental hygiene a bigger thing in Korea than it is in the U.S., or is it just a them thing? They just happen to take really good care of their pets' teeth.
I wonder.
It's a big question for me. So if anybody listening has any information on this, please let us know.
We won't be able to sleep. We're going to be up all night wondering.
I've been living with this uncertainty for years.
Oh, that must be so hard.
It is hard. I've learned to cope with it, but I would love to know. All right. Nicknames. We already mentioned Magic Hands. Other nicknames include Taemin, Dancing Machine, Fairy Prince, and my favorite, Baby Cheese.
Why Baby Cheese? Do we know that?
I didn't double check this when I was writing this, but if I'm remembering correctly, and I never saw this, but I heard this story in a podcast. Shiny was making some sort of variety show, and they were at the market, and he wanted cheese, or he bought cheese, and he's the youngest, or maybe it was a small cheese. I'm not sure. Again, anybody who knows the story better than I do, feel free to share it. But it was something to do with he bought cheese or wanted cheese at a market. Okay. Before his fandom was given the official name of Taemate, they were unofficially known as Taemmints.
That's adorable.
Breath mint.
And refreshing.
Which do you prefer, Leilani? Are you happy to be a Taemate, or would you rather be
I would rather be a Taemint.
I know. Taemint is so fun.
I would really like.
Okay. So, should we talk about our favorite things?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
The first thing, very basic. What are your favorite things about Taemin?
Okay. I love that he has, I love the duality of his personality. And, I didn't put this on the list, but I should have. I think one of the moments you and I have talked about when they were interviewing Shiny, and I think it was Minho was making fun of him because his pants, when he was performing, said pull here or something like that.
Open here, I think.
Open here. And he didn't even know. He's like, oh, I didn't even realize. Because I think when he's dancing, he goes into, like a lot of artists, I imagine, he goes into the zone. But he can instantly go from this absolute sensual god to this adorable guy literally telling us that his favorite word is o-dorable. O-dorable. So that's one of I think that's my favorite thing about him. Just himself, how he can switch it on and off, and the complexity of his personality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then as far as some of his releases, I would say my favorite. Oh,
I want to say my favorite things about him.
Oh, okay. You go.
All right. So I listed 3. His smile, obviously. I have to be very careful with how I pronounce this. His macne-ness. His macne-ness.
I love that.
I love. I was thinking about this when you were talking about the biting thing. Watching videos of him with his shiny brothers, and he just acts just so... Baby brother is the only word for it. And he can be kind of obnoxious to them. Mm-hmm. But the video that really was in my mind when I wrote this down was he's in bed with at least 2 of them. I think it's Minho and Key. And they're eating peaches. And Minho has the fork and is just eating peach after peach after peach really fast. And Taemin is just watching him and moving his face. Just waiting to be fed until eventually Minho feeds him a peach.
That's,
it's
oh my gosh.
Sweet and funny. And then the last thing is his confusion.
Oh,
there's just so many, like what you were just talking about, the story where he was like, hey, remember when your pants said open here? And he had no idea.
Yeah.
There's so many wonderful moments like that.
Yes.
Okay. Favorite songs?
My favorite song. This was hard. This was very hard. Mm-hmm. Idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Idea. I got into Taemin, well, in general, I got into K-pop like within the past 3 years. So I didn't know Taemin came into my K-pop life late, and I did a lot of research and watched a lot of videos, and Idea kept popping up. And I love the choreo. I love the lyrics. I love the performance in the music video. I thought it was just really good. So I don't know if it's his best song, but it holds a special place in my heart because it was one of the first songs that really got me into him. And Unknown Sea is quite possibly one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
The lyrics are about a butterfly seeing the ocean for the first time. I mean, I don't have anything else to say. And his voice is just incredible in that song. And it makes me cry every time I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, bear with my pronunciation, Sayonara Hitori. That's another song that is just really beautiful to me. And I love that he is so talented that he has a pretty, I'd say, extensive catalog in Japanese. And that's one of my favorite songs. What are your favorite songs, Cassie?
Well, first I want to say the last one, I think you probably pronounced it well.
Oh,
he has
yay.
so many songs. I don't even know this one. So I need to listen to this when we're done.
Okay.
And my first two, I know are not surprises to you because I talk about them all the time. Advice and
Yes.
Pansy. And my last one, so those are really easy for me because those are very clearly my top two. The last one was harder because there were so many contenders, but I landed on Soldier. I just think it's so beautiful.
This is a really good one.
But it's not hilarious like Advice. I would like to share my favorite line.
Please do.
I don't think this is supposed to be funny. I don't know if anybody else in the world finds it funny. But when he says the line, "You will never get the keys to my lock," I think that is so funny. I laugh so much at that line. It brings me so much joy. And as much as this is my favorite song, I try not to listen to it too much because I don't want to become desensitized to how hilarious that line is.
That's fair.
I want it to keep making me laugh. So I'd be so curious to know if there's anybody else out there who has ever picked that line out as being funny. Or maybe it has a very deep meaning that I'm not aware of. And in that case, I'm sorry.
It wasn't funny until you told me, and now I think it's funny. You know how you can't unhear certain things now. Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh, you.
Oh, you.
Oh, you. You're being so silly. Yeah. There's no wrong or right answers in song interpretation, so. Okay. Next up. Favorite music videos. So first, Idea, because it's my, I think it's my, Idea is my top favorite song of his period. Veil, which is really new, and I told Cassie when we were watching this, it's been extremely difficult doing so much research on Taemin. We've had to watch a lot of videos and a lot of content of his, so, but
Someone
Ezra,
has to do it. Fortunately, we're strong.
We are. But Veil, I feel like they asked fans, what do you want to see Taemin in? How do you want to see him? Do you want to see him in a suit with glasses? Okay. Do you want to see him in a see-through shirt playing around in the water? Here you go.
Okay.
They just went and hit every single thing. So I for very shallow reasons, I like Veil. And then Guilty, because I was new to Taemin, I really got into him when Guilty came out. So that cemented, I was like, who is this person? I had heard of Shiny and I'd heard of Taemin, but I never really watched that much content of his. And Guilty just drew me in. The artistry of the music video, everybody knows the choreography. And also, P.S., by the way, I have him to thank for personally creating the Guilty Dance Challenge, which allowed me to see the abilities of other male actors and dancers across the spectrum. So thank you, Taemin, for giving us all that beautiful...
The abilities?
The abilities, yes, of many, many other artists. So that's why it's my favorite.
Yes, excellent point.
Thank you.
Excellent, well thought out point. Okay, so I actually also put Idea as one of my favorite music videos. And for me, it's the visuals. I love the colors.
Yes.
And I want to say, if there's any ARMY listening who's not very familiar with Taemin, if you love the music videos for Fake Love and Blood, Sweat, and Tears, then you will love Taemin's music videos, because so many of his videos remind me of those two videos, which are my favorite BTS videos. Just so rich in color and so artistic. And I just made random notes of things that stuck out to me. And so I put colorful, artistic, and Alex Mack fog. If anybody watched Nickelodeon in the 1990s, you'll know what not fog. Well, Alex Mack liquid. You'll know. If you know, you know. If you watched the Nickelodeon
I'll have to look
show
that up. I do not
in the
know.
90s. Okay. And then the next one I listed was Famous. Again, like very similar reasons. Very colorful, very artistic, very fun. I do have a caveat, a trigger warning. I try to find something else. There are some scenes with a gun, which I really hate. So I tried to find something else instead, but like everything else about this I loved so much. So if you don't like guns the way I do, like heads up. But it's like pretty minimal. But other than that, like it's just so beautiful and colorful, and it is kind of dark. Like there's this part where there's like this drop of blood that's like running down someone's skin, and it turns into a line, and then it turns into a scarf, and he's holding it, and you're like, wow. I don't know. It's just it's a work of art. And then the last one I put was Think of You, which very different than the others, is just so cute. He's just walking around in Paris with his coat and his blonde hair. And one of the reasons why I love this so much is because we know Taemin has influenced Jimin a lot. And this reminds me so much of is it Closer Than This video?
Yes.
Where Jimin is just walking around the city in his jacket with his blonde hair.
Yep.
And both of those videos are just so warm and fuzzy and good when you need like a nice little nervous system reset and just some comfort. So, again, the duality that you're talking about.
Yep.
Two very different videos.
I'll have to watch that one. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, it's so cute. And you love Paris.
I do love Paris.
You'll like it.
Okie dokie.
Did you pick out some live performances?
I did. So I'm not usually, and I don't know why, but I tend to not watch a lot of live performances, period. So I had to, really torture myself and sit down and watch some. So I wouldn't say these are necessarily my favorite. These are just the recent ones I watched that stood out to me. But that's a great segue into Jimin, because one of the first videos I watched is Taemin and Jimin Showdown.
Yay.
On KBS World TV a couple, I don't know how many years ago it was, but wow. They're both like Cassie, cover your ears. Like Jimin to me isn't Taemin level as far as dancing. I think they are both very talented, but I think that Taemin's just a little bit better. And there's just something else about Taemin, but I still enjoyed watching them both. And it was something that I would watch again and again and again. They're just both so talented and so beautiful to look at while they're dancing.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was a combination of sexuality, move, and danger that he did a couple years back. It's a 12-minute live performance. And to see him go from sexuality to move to danger is like, how? Like, I just short-circuited. Like, my brain literally just short-circuited. I was like, I don't know what to do with this.
That sounds very dangerous indeed.
It does. And because I don't speak Korean, I didn't realize how sensual some of the lyrics were.
Yeah.
And as I was reading some of it, I was a little shocked. Not that I thought Taemin was a child or anything, but I was like, oh my.
Oh my.
I did not know. That was literally me. I was like, oh my. I just kept going, oh my. And I would say the last one that I watched was a mashup of Heaven, Sexy in the Air, and Guilty that he did. And I'm sure we'll put all this stuff in the show notes so you guys can see. But again, like his ability to embody that specific performance so quickly and change and like get into that mode. And Heaven is just, I love that song. Like it's really intense, I think, but it's also very beautiful and alluring. I guess that would be a good word. Like Heaven to me was very alluring. Like he's like, come here. I'm like, okay, if you insist. Gladly. So those were my top live performances, but I'm sure that will change because I still have so many more to watch, and he's got such a huge catalog out there. What are your favorite live performances?
Well, I want to say real quick, the first one you mentioned, the Jimin Taemin showdown, that was my introduction to Taemin.
Oh.
And we'll have to get more into it when we do an episode about our biases.
Yes.
But everybody, all my multi-stan, I was so resistant to becoming a multi-stan, and everyone was like, if you love Jimin, you have to meet Taemin. And eventually I relented. Okay, for the ones that I chose, and like you said, they're all amazing. You can't go wrong. But I cheated with the first one, and instead of a solo, I put SHINee's debut stage.
Oh.
Because, oh my gosh, it's just so cute and sweet. When the world is heavy and my heart is heavy, little baby Taemin dancing to Replay just, again, it just gives me a nervous system reset. He's just so pure and sweet and just, gives me the energy boost I need to carry on with my day. And that performance is just so sweet. And I made a note about 2 minutes and 45 seconds in, he starts, I don't know if you'd consider it a dance break, but whereas before, like, they're all holding microphones, so they're kind of using one arm to dance, he like starts, he stops singing and is using both arms, and he just has this look on his face like, I'm doing this. I've been working on this for 3 years, I'm doing this now. And I read later that his parents were in the audience and he was looking at them and he was trying not to cry.
Aww.
Oh, it's just so much. It's so much. Oh, and he's wearing a shirt that says Wicked. And I don't know what that's about. I've decided to assume it's a nod to Elphaba. It's not that wicked, but that's just what I've decided to say it is. So the next one, I also chose Heaven. I was specifically I meant to write down like what specific performances, so I'm not sure, but just Heaven on its own. And I just made some notes of things that caught my eye. I put light circle, fog, eyes closed, lace tummy shirt, run, stairs, and fall.
Yes.
It was just, like you said, it's just, oh my gosh, such a performance. Just so much happens.
Yes.
And then the last one, Toto, we are not in replay anymore because he is all grown up now. The door? Does that ring a bell for you?
No. What is the door? I'm scared now.
So that's your assignment when we're done. Just Taemin the door.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
I wrote specifically, Mom. Oh, this one I did write specifically. Mama, Hong Kong, 2017. He's all tied up and blindfolded.
Oh, yes, I did see that because I think you sent it to me at one point.
I
do remember. Yes, I do. I think my mind was unable to process it, so I temporarily blocked it from my memory until just now.
Yes. We'll let everybody go find the door. You can all have your own experience with it. But it's funny because there's this line where he keeps repeating, you don't need to know everything. And yes. I'm watching this thinking, why do I feel like you're talking to me?
He was specifically. Before he knew of your existence, that line wasn't there. He added it just for you.
Have questions. We just want to know everything about you.
Right.
Okay. All right. So this was a really, really fun one. We chose some of our favorite comedic moments.
Mine, by far, is his video where I think he was on a live, and somebody asked him to say hello to his cat. He says, Taemin, say hello to my cat. And please forgive me. I'm not mocking him. I'm just trying to do his accent. And he starts making this. He says that's because that's what cats sound like. He was trying to say that cats don't normally say meow. They usually make this. I can't even do it. Like, Taemin is the only person I've ever heard that can actually sound like a cat because he is part cat. Mm-hmm. And he was like making these noises, and I was like, I was a puddle. Like, I was laughing and was a puddle because he was so darn cute. Like, just get out of town. And that's like you were. Go ahead.
Oh, spoiler alert! I named that one too. Yes, that is also one of my very, very favorite moments.
Yeah, he was, I think for like what you were talking about, that he just like, sometimes when you're down, you have a bad moment. That's one of the things I need to build into my anxiety toolbox when I have a moment, like go watch that video because he's like a grown man. Like he's already like in his like 20s at that point, right? He's an adult and he's still sitting there like just being so him and authentic and adorable. Oh, adorable.
Oh, adorable. Well, if he's part cat, it might be because he went to Minyoongi University. Right?
That would make sense.
You know, he got his diploma in cat.
He did. He had an undergrad in o-dorable.
O-dorable.
So what were your funniest moments?
So the same thing. Say hi to my cats. Okay, and then these two that go together. So it's when his Advice album came out.
Okay.
And he's doing this promotion. It's like a live, but the kind that they like set up ahead of time and they have activities. And Minho shows up. And so they're talking about the album. And they're talking about each song individually. And I don't remember what song it was, but Minho is like, I can totally picture the way you're going to dance to this. And I don't really know how to describe it, but if you know Taemin, you know what I'm talking about. Minho's like imitating the way he like jerks his shoulder to drop his shirt to expose his shoulder skin. And Taemin goes, when have I done that? And Minho goes, you always do that. No, I don't. I've been to every one of your shows. You always do that. And he just gets that confused look that I love. And then that same day, they do a reaction video to the music video Advice.
Oh, no.
Where he is not wearing a shirt. And so they're talking about it afterward. And Minho points it out, like, you were quite naked. And Taemin says, I didn't want it to look sexy. And Minho goes, oh, it did look sexy. And then Taemin said, fail. And they laughed. And, you know, both boys make excellent points.
Yes.
Mino's point is obvious. And for Taemin's point, again, it was just one of his very artistic videos. You know, he was shirtless, but he also had like this mask and like all this body paint. I think to me, he appears to be like a tortured soul. So I get where he's coming from, but I also get where Mino's coming from. So
both can be true.
Both can be true.
Both are true at the same time. Both and.
And then the last one, you keep talking about how he's not human.
Correct.
But there's this clip of him saying, I am person too.
Yes, I've seen that.
Sometimes I want to go toilet. Because I think he was in Japan. He was doing a live. He was in the car in a traffic jam.
Yes.
And he said, situation is very bad here. I have to go toilet. And so,
cats have to toilet too.
Cats have to toilet too. And apparently angels or whatever he does. But, you know, he tells us, I am person too. I think that is hilarious.
Maybe that's why he wanted you to not ask questions, because find out the mystery.
Maybe. We're not supposed to know.
Okay. Any other moments or personal memories we have?
Oh, I did looks too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I skipped the looks. I don't know how I could. So my favorite looks are his comeback when he did Guilty. That, like, quote-unquote natural dark brown. And, like, since that's when I really got to know him, I think that sticks out in my head.
That's how you met him.
That's how I met him. And anything ethereal. I love him in anything where he looks like his natural cat angel being. Like where he's wearing white and it's all like misty or like anything like that. I just think there's very few people that can pull that off and not look ridiculous. And I think he's one of them. He's just like innately ethereal. So when he came out with the name of that tour, Ephemeral Gaze, I was like, yeah, that's you. Like you are ephemeral. Like that is who you are as a person. Cat, angel thing. So, yeah, those are mine. What are yours?
Awesome. Well, I put, I have, okay. I put baby debut Eric Taemin because, as we have established, he's just so stinking cute. I just love watching those little replay performances.
The bowl haircut.
Little bowl haircut and the way he was always smiling. He was just so stinking cute. Always smiling. And then on to grown up Taemin. I really love the criminal video. He wears an eye patch.
Why?
I really like that eye patch. I don't know.
I'm sure that's why. Nothing to do with the tied up hands or anything.
I'm not. Well, this is about the looks. And Leilani, you know me. I'm not a fashion person. I own 6 pairs of the same yoga pants, so I don't know about outfits. But I thought that eye patch was cool.
Okay.
And
fair.
then just kind of a general thing, I put shaggy-ish hair.
Yes.
So a little, and this is like pretty common for him, a little bit shorter than the Guilty era. The picture I found for reference is the poet artist era, very recently.
Oh, yes.
So it's not like super shaggy, but it's kind of in his eyes. And any color. I'm not picky.
Okay.
But I like the shaggy-ish hair.
Okay. You're open to any hair color as long as it's shaggy-ish.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
I think he's most perfect with that. I don't know, what would you call that brown that he had in Guilty? Was that like, I don't know fashion either.
Auburn?
Just for the auburn. Was it an auburn? I don't know. But if you guys know what it's called, let us know.
It's kind of a light brown.
Yes, a light brown. So that's what I like.
Yeah. That's very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you have any other moments or personal memories that you wanted to share.
We've talked about this like a million times already, but my favorite is when he was doing a live and somebody said, "What is your favorite English word?" Yeah. And he said, "O-dorable.
Oh,
You are so o-dorable." And I thought that was o-dorable. And it lives in my heart permanently now. There's a little area just for Lee Taemin saying o-dorable.
Oh, adorable.
That is just, if you don't know it, I don't know if there's anyone out there that's a Taemin that doesn't know it, but if you don't know it, Google Taemin adorable and you'll see, and you will fall in love with him.
Yeah, and there's this great edit where somebody put like xylophone music.
Yes,
or something.
they're like,
yeah. Adorable.
Yes, that is why that's my favorite personal moment that I can think of. Something new that I learned during the research. Well, I should say cemented during the research because I knew this already, but that he's really wonderfully weird. He really is. He's just wonderfully weird. The biting when he was a kid, that he breaks stuff, that he, o-dorable, that he did he's just wonderfully weird. And I think I'm glad, in my very ignorant perception, I'm glad that he's in a place in his career and his life where he seems to be able to showcase more of who he really is. So that makes me very happy that he's very wonderfully weird and he lets people know.
I do love the weirdos.
Yes.
So I didn't realize he was an actor. I don't know how I didn't know this, but I was very surprised to learn. And I read a lot of the same stuff and listened to a lot of the same stuff that I had before. So I knew it at one point, but it didn't stick. I did not realize he was an actor.
I hope that he would be somebody that I would want to see act, just similar to, I don't have a ardent fire in my heart like I do for Jin. I think really Jin needs to act more, like immediately. He needs to be in a K-drama. But I think Taemin would just be incredible as an actor. We need him stat. Okay, are you ready for your surprise?
Yes, I'm ready for my surprise.
Okay, so I made a surprise for Cassie, and we'll share this on our Instagram and whatnot, so you guys can see what I'm about to show her. But I made a little game for you. So we're going to play a quick game called Taemin, Press Your Number.
Press your number.
Okay, so I will be sharing 4 sets of pictures, Cassie.
Okay.
Your challenge, should you choose to accept it.
I do choose to accept it.
Excellent. Is to pick between button 1 and button 2. Since we don't have actual buttons, you're just going to say 1 or 2. But this is going to go fast because I want your true natural reaction.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, first one. Cute or sensual?
Oh, no. Button 1.
Cute. Okay, ready?
I don't know. This is scary.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Young or now?
Oh, young. Number 1. Button 1.
Red or white?
Oh, white. Button 2.
Number 1 or number 2? The look from advice or the look from idea?
Idea. Number 2.
Woo! You've just won. Press your number. Good job.
I don't think I took a breath that whole time.
Was that really intense?
Yeah, I don't know why. It just...
That was really intense. Are you okay? Do you need a minute to go? So we will share these on our Instagram so you guys can choose which button you're going to press.
Okay.
But that was a little fun idea. See what I did there? That I came up with to torture Cassie.
Very fun. Thank you.
You're
it really
welcome.
put to the test everything that I said.
Yes.
Because I was like, I love baby Taemin. And then
Yes.
you like put them both right there and you're like,
Yes.
you have to pick one right now.
Right.
Ah.
Yes.
At the eye doctor, she lets me repeat them. Is that
No.
Please show me one again.
See, this is where I say, like, we share the same brain. That's exactly what I thought of when I was making this. And I was trying to think of some correlation to the eye test, but then I couldn't make it work. So then I was just like, oh, press your number. Like, you know, we'll do it like a number thing. But that was what I thought of too. I was like, do you like one or do you like two? One or two?
That was perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. Is there anything else before we do our little last segment and say goodbye? Anything else? I mean, obviously we could talk about Taemin all day, but
We could. And we have. We have.
yeah, this is literally, I spent every moment of free time I had today preparing for this.
Yes. No, I just give, if anybody's listening that doesn't know Taemin, really give him a chance. You won't regret it. There's not a single song I've heard that I didn't like by him. Now at nighttime, when I need to get ready for bed and do stretches and things like that, I will put nothing but Taemin on and just hear his voice.
It's very good bedtime music and very good winter music.
It is. Yes, that's a good point.
Maybe not this stage of winter as we record in February.
Right.
I feel like I've really lost my energy and I need like really pump up music. But like earlier in winter when you have your first snowfalls, that's very nice Taemin music. Taemin.
Right now we need some ring ding dong.
Yeah.
We need some ring ding dong.
When I get stuck in the snow for the 85th time, gotta have that ring ding dong while I shovel myself out.
There you go.
Okay, so we are going to end with our community and culture corner. This is where we give a shout out to a creator, business, or voice or organization working either directly in the K-pop space or doing something relevant to what we focus on here. Today, we are shouting out a really great organization called Indivisible, which, spoiler alert, is doing a lot of work to fight back against the Trump administration. So I'm going to start by just briefly mentioning why I am even talking about this at all, since this is only our second episode and we're still introducing ourselves. And then I'll share what the organization does. And I don't know if you'll be able to tell or not. I am going to go ahead and just read this because I want to get it right. So, of course, this show is not about politics. We are here primarily for fun and whimsy. So we're not going to go out of our way to start any type of political debate. At the same time, we're not going to try to hide our values. We are going to speak up about things that are important to us when we feel they are appropriate and relevant both to what we are here to talk about and what's going on around us. As international K-pop fans, we really value making connections and community with people all over the world and sharing culture and language through art. And we know we're not alone in this. Right now, K-pop fans all over the U.S. are grappling with how to balance enjoying this hobby while the U.S. federal government, particularly ICE and Customs and Border Control, are inflicting harm and abuse on people primarily based on skin color. I especially hear BTS ARMY talking about this a lot right now as we record in early 2026 and we're about to get a new album and tour. People are asking themselves, how can you use your limited free time to both prepare for BTS comeback and fight fascism? It's a lot. And of course, people are sorting through how to keep themselves or their communities safe, both in daily life and when K-popping around town and doing things like traveling for concerts. We don't have all the answers to these questions, but we want to be another space where it's safe to ask them and help connect you to people and resources that might have more answers than we do, which is one of the reasons why we're doing Community and Culture Corner. So today we're talking about Indivisible, which is really a network of organizations. To quote from their website, they are a nationwide movement of everyday people organizing on the ground in all 50 states to stop the rise of authoritarianism in the U.S. and build real democracy that works for all of us. Cities and counties all over the country have local groups. I know of at least 2, maybe 3 near me, so you might have some near you as well. Because there are so many groups, they do so many things. But what I want to highlight today is the National Organization's weekly video call, which is titled What's the Plan with Leah and Ezra. It happens every Thursday from 3 to 4 Eastern Time, where they talk about the latest scary things happening, but most importantly, what to do about them. So this is a great resource for anybody who is upset or fearful about the Trump administration and wants to take action to make change. And what I just learned that was really exciting to me is that if you can't join the live calls, you can watch them later on YouTube or listen to them as a podcast. And we will put the link in the show notes.
Sounds like a wonderful organization that is really needed at this time.
Yes, they do great work. So we just really encourage everybody to find the joy, watch the Taemin videos, balance your nervous system, and when you're ready to take action and take care of your community, you can utilize this or any other wonderful resource. And like I said, we're not going to be talking about politics all the time, but I just wanted to put that out there right in the second episode. If you ever do hear us make a comment like this, you're not surprised.
Yes.
This is who we
are. Yeah.
What we value.
Yes. And for anyone wondering, Cassie and I are doing better. We've spent some time in couples counseling. We're talking about the issue, the betrayal that happened in the last episode by Cassie towards me. But we've worked it out. We used some hand puppets to, discuss our feelings in a non-threatening way. But I think we're on the path to reconciliation.
This may or may not be true. This story may or may not be based on facts. So
my feelings are true. My feelings are true, Cassie.
I was going to... I totally forgot to do this when I was naming my favorite lives.
Yes.
Even before you brought up Jopping today, I was going to say Jopping. Yes. As one of my favorite lives, and then say just kidding, because last weekend we were watching videos together for our research, because as we've said, even though it's really, really hard, we're very strong, so we can do this for you listeners.
Yes.
And Leilani wouldn't let us watch a performance of Jopping. So I was going to tease her and say that was one of my favorites, and
these are the things we need to talk about in
That's what I was
going to
say. Maybe that's something we need to talk about in couples counseling, but apparently we're all done with that.
I feel like we are. We've moved on. The hand puppets helped a lot, and I think we're in a good space, everybody. So K-popping around town will continue because we've reforged our relationship with one another, I think.
Okay. Thank you for informing all of us about this update, including myself.
You're welcome. I thought you should know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, thank you for joining us today, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.